sometimes unspoken words.
Hello everybody, thank you very much. Paulina here, reporting to you from London. That's right, Virgo. You're probably very good with details, and you probably expect me to be in Russia, but my visa didn't work out. That's right, I didn't get some things I don't get right, and it's true, I was meant to be in Moscow by now, but unfortunately my visa fell through, or fortunately. So I'm here in London. If you live in London, or if you are in Manchester or Liverpool, let me know and I might be able to do a live reading with you. So not just Skype's available now in this part of the world, I also do live readings in the UK, probably for the next month. So let me know if you'd like a live reading for you. One or two things to discuss about July for Virgo is definitely be blessed. Be blessed. Choose the bigger option. Look at what you've got, choose the bigger option. This is somewhere that Virgo sometimes struggles during this type of month. Choose the biggest option. For example, if you are at a table and you're not sure which pork chop, if you eat pork chops, to choose the bigger slice. Start choosing the bigger game. Have a look at what you're wanting. See the opportunities in a practical way. This is a really good month for pragmatic decisions and decisions based not only on the heart but also on the mind. For some reason it really works for you here. So have a look at what you've got and choose the bigger part of the picture. Choose the bigger person. Choose to be the bigger you, and choose to be the bigger benefactor of things, because what happens here is your relationship, your social interactions are chosen for you. If you do not know how to choose, if you're somebody who's really modest and shy and you step back from people and you relocate as soon as things are up to you, and you think, oh no, you guys choose and I'll just get the leftovers. No, that's got to go. So Virgo's got a really good opportunity and a drama-free plan during this month of July to choose exactly what they would like to choose and not what they think they should. So that's one thing as well. If you want, please be biased. It's an interesting choice to make here. Please be biased. You know, sometimes Virgo is so loving and caring during Cancer that they don't care. You know, it's like, you're a good person, I love you, and you know, I'll give you whatever you want, but be biased here. So your humanitarian streak is out, and you're like on display. So sometimes you might think, out of lesser ego, I will choose to be the good person and choose less. But that's actually ego. It's one of your egos, Virgo, to choose less, to feel like a better person later. So definitely for now, for me it feels, because I got Mars and Venus in Virgo, that there is a really perfect chance to be placed into the best part of your life here if you want it to be. This is really perfect. This is a unique shifting opportunity for us. You know, people with stelliums, you know, many different signs and planets, I mean, in Virgo, and also, you know, Sun, Moon and Ascendant in Virgo, to find where you are placed with respect and absolute knowledge of your highest potential. So where can you be where people have the highest esteem for who you are and what you do? What can you choose in your life now that puts you into a spectrum of feeling that you are higher than where you were before? What can you choose that feels like an upgrade? Where can you become more of yourself? How can you not concentrate so much on serving other people or putting yourself into a service type of position, but rather have a look at what you can do to upgrade? And it might feel really pompous to you. Like, say, if you wanted to be somebody who's really like a giver and a healer, and you identify really with that, and you feel, I have nothing but I'll give people everything, that's not so good, because as you might know, by laws of this reality, that when you have nothing, there's not much that you can give. And although we are moralizing and, you know, high-rising people who have nothing and they give the last shirt on their back to another person, during this time that really shows. And when you have not much for yourself and you're thinking, I'm going to give as much as I can to this child, or I'm going to spend my last dollar on this person, don't do this, because what it basically does is pulls you under, and there is a secret ego that kicks in. And the secret ego basically goes, that's right, I was there for you, I was there for each one of you, and what I get back? Nothing. I am like the mastermind of everything, and I get nothing. I don't get paid, I don't get loved, I don't get anything. So basically, in this world, you are perfect, how you are. You don't have to show us or prove to us, Virgo, in the month of July that you are somehow worthy or somehow extra wealthy in spirit if you're doing things for people for no use for you, for no practical reason for yourself. And have a look at that. Perhaps you are trying too hard. Maybe you're wanting to marry a person or be there for somebody who's not there. Like, they're just not there. Like, I do this a lot. I've got Virgo, Venus and Mars. You might be there for somebody, but you're not knowing what they are to you. You just know who you are to them. Like, to them, you're the carer. To them, you're the giver. To them, they're the brother or the sister you never had, but at the same time, you to them are everything, and you give your last shirt, you give your last dollar to this person. It's not great. It's not great. And sometimes with these types of relationship, when you see that there's nothing in them that can reciprocate financially or emotionally or physically or energetically, that's it. I mean, that's all you got to play with. So definitely have a look, Virgo, at yourself and how you can uprise. If you have any choices, for example, this is for me as well, this is for you, Virgos. If you got a choice to go to McDonald's, to go to the supermarket to get some food, or a nice restaurant that costs maybe a little bit more, and you're practical about things and you don't want to go, just go where you feel your heart deserves to be. If you're going to McDonald's and you're thinking, I'm just going to get chips and a coffee, I don't want to be a burden, that's where you are going to place yourself for a while, or that's where you feel you belong, and a part of you or your body as well will rebel. And that's another thing with diet choices for people generally this month. If you are eating badly, it's going to show. It's going to show on your skin, it's going to show on your face, it'll show on your body, because there's inner resentment. It's like, why am I eating gluten all the time? Why? Because you feel like you're not able to deserve inside yourself like that amazing smoothie that you desire, or that amazing roast that you want. And this is the thing with people during this time, is they're not going with sometimes what they really want. Sometimes they associate with themselves like a martyr energy. This is very Cancerian as well. A martyr energy, like, I'm a martyr, I can go without, I don't have to eat, I don't have to sleep, I can just stay on the outskirts of society, I can love this person from a distance and never tell them how I feel, or like I can just watch somebody in the distance become somebody else's while I suffer. That's something that Virgo can do and does a lot, but this is the thing. Now is the time, because we already had Jupiter in your sign and you've done so well with Mercury and everything like that. Now is the time to say, I want the biggest slice. What's the biggest slice? And this might be really, really, really shameful, but to want is good. I want the biggest slice. I want the biggest slice of life. I want the bigger house. I want the more appropriate partner for myself. I want more, Virgo, that's right, more. Your opportunity and your capacity, your mental spectrum, and all spectrums of life are increasing in size, and what you thought was like this is now like that. So you can have more, even to the point where, and I've been feeling this myself, like I've been allergic to things, and during the month of June I've noticed that I'm no longer allergic to dairy. I have for some reason rewired my brain or my body, something like that, but I do not any longer oppose some substances that I used to be incredibly allergic to. With wheat as well, it's to a lesser degree, but dairy is something that I used to hate that I couldn't eat an ice cream. I don't like dairy in general as a product for ethical reasons, but it's been interesting just to see that I can now. And it's not something that I've been used to without trouble, you know what I mean? So for you as well, this month can bring a lot more. You might see that you can digest more, you want more. Maybe you don't want to just salad it today, maybe you want to roast instead of a salad. It feels to me that your body and your mind are able to process a lot bigger things, and also in terms of your possibility spectrum, as your mind is hooked up here, your brain can evolve through a lot more here as well. So if before you thought I need a simple job, now you can maybe fathom becoming famous for what you do, or becoming really well known for a part of what you already have. Maybe if there is drawing or art that you've done for a long time, here is a chance, why not see if you can sell it, and not sell it for $20 for a piece of artwork, but up your prices, up your scale, and maybe also evolve through music and arts in a different way. See how you can The pigeons are back. See how you can evolve through the price tag. If you can't evolve through yourself, if you can't, for example, fathom staying at a really, really beautiful location, completely changing your life and living a life of a much higher standard, up your price tag, up whatever you think is below, but you don't want to say it that is below. Like, say, if you're doing artwork or readings like myself, or if you're doing any kind of work and you kind of understand within yourself, there is something lowly about what I've been doing, or what I've done. It is a really nice chance for you and for me to up the scale, at least to recommend yourself to higher people, recommend yourself to higher knowledge, recommend to yourself higher educational facilities. Also, if you've got like a son or a daughter, especially for some reason masculine energy, the sun in Cancer, the sun. If you want to recommend, say, your child to a higher facility, you know what I mean, or your daughter also, if you would like to want more for your daughter as well, but it's a different energy, it's sort of like mixed in a different way. If you have a lot of things in your life that are sort of outstanding, this means like outstanding, things that are not quite connecting, you know, things that are out. It's not a very good idea to go with things that are out and trying to fix things that are not working. It's actually about you raising your standard. So for example, if you are somebody who's got issues with their body or their health, it's not about fixing those things. It's about upstanding what you are having. So for example, if you've got issues with your skin or your digestion, it's not so good to go to a doctor and say, oh, you know, I'm sick, I'm unwell, things are going badly for me. It's more appropriate to upscale. So for example, I usually have 5 hours of sleep. Maybe you need 9 hours of sleep for a while. I usually have really plain tea and coffee. Maybe now is a time to buy a lot of superfoods and upscale your energy through digestion, you know, having more instead of feeling lowly and feeling like you have less. That's the basic blueprint for this month, Virgo. Another thing that I might like to do is ask you, why don't you have enough? Why don't you have enough? Because for some of us, sometimes during this month, we might not know why we don't have enough of something, of things still. Like, say, why don't we have enough vitamins? Why do we not have enough energy? Why we don't have enough money? Or why don't we have enough self-worth? And for you, it feels to me as the passion inside you works against you sometimes instead of for you. So instead of saying, I want more, it goes, no, I'll have less, I can do with less, I don't need this, I don't need that. And occasionally with people that come into my life as well, as they got Virgo planets, sometimes it feels that these people are less, but I don't say anything, you know, that I feel less for these people, but I don't do anything. I don't really want these experiences, but I don't do anything, you know, I don't have enough time or money or compassion for myself, anything like that, but I don't do anything. And quite often what Virgo can do is they can burden themselves with things, but they don't want to explain to them or express it in any way to anybody that they're hurting, that they're vulnerable, and they're not in a good place. Instead, they will grip themselves together and they'll do the thing, especially during Cancer. But here we have a timeline where you can go, no, I want more, I want more, I want more drama-free experiences, I want more financial help, I want more abundance. And imagine for yourself somebody else eventually doing something for you that you can't do yourself. Somebody like better than you at providing for you, or somebody for whom, like for example, a boat is no problem housing you, or somebody with a lot of business smarts, providing for you an ideal business situation that you don't have to try and be everything for everybody. That's another thing, Virgo. You don't have to fragment yourself into, I'm the mother and I'm the housewife, you know, and I'm, you know, doing things, and I'm also trying to do like natural therapy, and I'm trying to do my own business, and I'm trying to work, and I'm trying to do. So it's like, it becomes a really jagged life. The best thing here is to understand that you are there in this place to ask more for. You know, you need to ask more for. And this is a harsh energy, because quite often we feel, as Virgo energies, we feel unlucky or unwell if we need to ask. You know, we're just waiting for things just to be done, just like how we just do things for people, you know. It's like common sense to house somebody, it's common sense to help somebody out, or to do twice the work that you should. That's what Virgos do. But here you have to say, I want for example, a better housing situation, and don't say I need to do it myself, I need to have a look at and I need to try. It's more about you understanding that it's already there. It's just about you stating to yourself that you can accept it now. You can accept it now, and it isn't having to be hard. You don't have to reformula anything. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to prove, or you don't have to pray. It's almost like waiting for you just to say its name. It's waiting for you to call it out. For example, I want to be financially abundant, and it's not something that I'm going to try and become and work hard for. It's just like that is just something that I want, and it's just something that I'm pleased to accept now, and that's going to come. So I feel for yourself, it is just about rewiring and retracking your brain into less lowly energies, like less subdued frequencies inside, like less lowly feelings about oneself, less lowly feelings about abundance, in order to connect to greater things. And for you it might be a spectacle, and that's the thing, because Virgos don't like to be bolshy and don't like to be pushy, because they kind of see that everything is everything. There's lots of ways that Virgo can justify for themselves the idea of being poor as rich, and the idea of being alone as, healthy, and the idea of being stubborn as practical. They can justify all these different things to themselves, of course. And during this time, it feels to me that it won't heal you unless you can start opening and saying, I want. So meet somebody that you like, not somebody that just kind of is there. See something that you want, not just something that you kind of cope with. Go to places that you want to see, not places that are kind of are practical to see. Don't do things that are practical this month. Try to outdo it and find pleasure. Just go pleasure seeking. And for Virgo, it's not hard to do sometimes. As they find pleasure in the simplest things, clarity and cleanliness and OCD. But it's not about getting things right. It's about being in pleasure, and about accepting that pleasure comes without shame or without pain. And that's something really difficult to do for some of us. But it has to become something normal. It's like, I enjoy. And what is it for you? It's not important what it is for another person if we enjoy. It's not important what it is for another person that we try so hard. It's more about, what can you do that is right for you? And it's not about the greater sequence. How does this impact cause and effect? Oh my God, I'm going to do this. Do I have to save somewhere else? Do I have to skimp on something? Or do I have to... You don't have to process things too far in the future, because in July your future is made through choices, not through sequencing too far ahead. And not to work... to work things out too far ahead usually works, but I feel in July, because we're looking at the present, past and future simultaneously in Cancer, it's actually not so good to create the formula before things happen. And also, it's ridiculous maybe, but the most unforeseen circumstances can take place, and the most beautiful things can happen if you don't design the formula before things take place. So you don't think about things, you just do them because they feel good, and it feels to me that things will come right. Thank you very much, Virgo. If you'd like to know about me, or if you'd like to book a reading, my website is below. If you'd like to have a look at my book, I've got paperback and ebook available now for Unleash the Beast. The cards are coming soon. I've also placed a link for my interview that I did last night. That's actually quite cool. And I did a couple of impromptu readings. If you'd like to see what my readings are like, you can have a look there. And also, I've linked you to the daily blog. So if you'd like to see what's happening every day, and if you are struggling during Cancer, have a look at what each day brings and how to align yourself further. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next month. Bye.